What's going on, Port fans? Welcome back to another video on the channel. Today we're going to be reviewing Port Adelaide versus Geelong. Thursday night football that was completed at the Adelaide Oval in front of 36,000 people. Port Adelaide getting their job done by 38 points. A mammoth effort. Like, it was pure to watch that second half, and the job was done by a magnificent team that is currently on an 11-game winning streak. It's been absolutely superb to witness, and I'm looking forward to diving into this one and talking a bit of footy with you about Port Adelaide as we head into our bye, and Geelong head into a Thursday night clash with the D's. It's massive. It's huge. Let's get into it. Let's review Port Adelaide versus Geelong. Holy moly. We're 11-0 in the last 11 games. We've gone on an 11-game winning streak. I don't know how that feels, because part of me is almost like I'm booking September. The other part of me is like, pessimism. It's a beautiful thing. I'm not sure how I feel. But obviously I'm over the moon and happy, and I wake up and I just know that Port Adelaide are top of the ladder, comfortably sitting there after an 11-game winning streak, after being 1-2 and in dire straits after round 3 showdown loss. We've come a long way. A lot of the players have come a long way, and it's been so impressive to see what we've been able to achieve over the course of the last 11 weeks, and in particular what Ken's done and the coaching staff have done, the players in terms of their showing of faith and commitment and their efforts to improve and drastically showcase an improved game plan out of sight. We just look hungry. We look happy. That's the key thing there. We look happy as a football team, which is just great to watch. We're confident. We're standing up for our mates. It's just been one hell of an 11-game winning streak that we've gone into the bye now. We need a bit of a rest. It's nice to have a rest. I think all of us Port fans are going to enjoy this bit of a break, knowing that we're top of the ladder going into our bye. And I'm just happy. Like, it's just a wonderful time to be a Port Adelaide fan. Talking about the game itself, that first quarter was very interesting to see. Obviously, we're down by 20 points at quarter time, but I never really felt like 20 points to me. I think with the scoring opportunities we had and the missed opportunities compared to Geelong, who went down the other end and took their opportunities. They did have it on their terms quite a lot, Geelong, in that first quarter, but then again, our pressure and our ability to keep it inside 50 for multiple entries definitely took over at stages, and I thought that once that got clicking and moving properly and became a full package performance for the rest of the game, I just had the full confidence we were going to win that game of footy. And it took until probably the 5 minutes to go in the second quarter. The majority of the second quarter was sort of in the balance. Both teams were sort of swaying each way. But when it came to us in the last 5 minutes of the second quarter, it sort of all clicked. And that's when I knew, we're 7 points down at quarter 3 at halftime. We're going to win this game. I had full faith we were going to win that game. And then the second half came and we had a blitz of footy. 7 goals in 20 minutes. That is absurd. How good was that, just to sit there and admire Port Adelaide going bang, 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 bang. Like, that's just Darcy Burns-Jones' goal where he crumbed it and just waltzed in with no person around him at all from the Geelong team. That just, for me, just went absolutely, I went mental. Like, that, it was full on mental the way he kicked that goal, and we were 2 goals up then, and it was just, that was the pinnacle of us having a 7-goal blitz inside 20 minutes, and just the overall control of the game we had. Like, we were just aggressive. It was almost like a blanket fire. Like, we were putting a blanket over a fire and just covered all bases and just went absolutely mental, like kid in a candy shop business. Todd Marshall, Jeremy Finlayson stood up, and Darcy Burns-Jones, as I mentioned, Willem Drew was sensational. McEntee down forward. These players that were applying pressure around the contest. Butters was good. Rosie was fantastic. Ollie Wines had his best game of the year, and I think it was just a full credit to the team that sort of came out after half time, and whatever Ken Inkley said at half time, it definitely switched them on, because they went absolutely mental. And Geelong went pear-shaped, and they were not coming back from that. I mean, they kicked the last couple of goals in the third quarter to bring it back within 18 points, and then kicked the first one of the last quarter to bring it back to 12. But then we just went, nah, you've had your fun, you've had your hope. We're going to take that away now. Pau Pepper, absolutely sensational, kicking 2 of the most freakish goals you'll see from a powerful small forward. That he is a player that could have 10 disposals but still be one of the best on the ground. Like, he is sensational. His pressure and his attack on the footy plays like he's playing his last game of footy ever. He's just an admirable human, and the way he's been able to transform himself into the footballer he is just, yeah, that's just so impressive, and I'm so happy he's turned into the way he has, because without him, Port Adelaide looks a lot different. Now, I did ask for your input, and I was very grateful to have a lot of the input from you all on Twitter to showcase something that went underrated in the game, and I think quite a few people did enjoy the fact that a lot of the underrated stuff didn't get noticed, because to mention that, I think a lot of people, once it was mentioned, were like, oh, yeah, he did do that, or that happened there, and it was just, yeah, absolutely amazing. And so getting the comments from you guys off of Twitter was sensational. Samuel Power was chiming in straight away with Scotty Lysette and his performance, which I absolutely agree. He's been absolutely fantastic for the last few weeks now since coming back in. His ruck work and his confidence is just next level now. For some reason, he's just switched on, and it's really great to see. Dave Lloyd has chimed in as well. He's gone with Miles Bergman on Cameron, and a lot of people commented this one as well. Yeah, that I didn't really realise he was on Jeremy Cameron until about the third quarter, and there was a marking contest on the outer wing, and he's taken it with both hands over the top of Jeremy Cameron, and just, it was an intercept mark, and I just thought, wow, he's been playing on Cameron, and Cameron hasn't done anything. Miles, he's able to play on a one-on-one player. It's just another thing you add to his repertoire at the moment, and I hope Port Adelaide get him signed, because I do not want to lose Miles Bergman. Looking at some others, obviously, as well, Jed McEntee's been mentioned quite a few times, especially by myself, who absolutely love the way he's been going about football. And I really think, he might have had a quiet game with 4 touches on the night, but he had 6 tackles, and that last crucial one on Jeremy Cameron to kick his goal of the night. I'm going to start nicknaming Jed Anytime. Jed Anytime McEntee, because he just kicks goals at any time. Like, every week, he's good for a goal. That's the beauty of him. He's always good for a goal. And if you're a betting man and gamble responsibly, Jed McEntee, anytime goal scorer every single week, you're guaranteed. Thank you for everyone that commented on my post. It was nice to see everyone's different opinions, and there was one more. David Batisi, he said that it was the time all the youngsters were on. They were manning marshals ready for snap on go in the third quarter, and they were all bumping and getting into the Geelong players, on the 10-metre line, and Marshall kicked the goal, and then they all got in. It was like an all-in brawl without the brawl. Just getting in the faces, the youngsters, Sin, Butters, Rosie, Drew, I think, was in there. There was a couple of others as well. They were just all up in the faces of the Geelong players, and that's a sign of confidence, and that's a sign of the belief that we have at the moment. There was so much to talk about. I don't want to ramble on too long. 36,000 people on a Thursday night was sensational. We're 11-0. We're going into the bye feeling good, feeling confident, and know how to win a game of football at the moment. And it's just really, really nice to sit here and accept. I do believe that this bye is going to be crucial for us to rest up and get some players into just anything niggly or anything like that. They can take care of themselves. And it's just going to be very interesting to see what happens after the bye. But yeah, happy to win this one against the Cats, because we don't do that often. I will mention one more thing. Alapade Carlisle commented on the post as well, and he said Willem Drew had 8 clearances. Willem Drew's performance in that third quarter alone, the ability to craft his way up forward, take that nice mark and kick a goal, to win centre clearances, to win clearances around the ground, to just be smart and be quick with his decision making. 2 soccers he had in a row. In that third quarter, that instead of picking the ball up and trying to look for a target, he's just kicked it. Chaos footy. It works. Port Adelaide has adapted to chaos footy, and he was one of the key reasons in that third quarter. So well done, Willem Drew. He's been absolutely sensational as well. Leah's game as well. I better mention him too, because he was sensational as well. Dylan Williams. I could go through the whole list. We could be here a while. Just well done, everyone. Every single player that played on Thursday night, so impressive. Thank you very much for watching, Port fans. This review of round 14. We're going to the bye now. We're looking good. We're sitting on top of the table. So let me know your thoughts in the comments below about the season so far. It's been absolutely amazing, I've thought, considering where we were at the end of round 3. Make sure you subscribe to the channel if you're new for plenty more Port Adelaide and AFL content to come your way. The glass table will be out on Monday. The vlog to come out as well very soon from the game. So make sure you keep an eye out for that. My name's Anthony. And as always, count the pair.